Now, one of the first questions I got that's on everybody's mind is, how are you and Crazy getting along?
Well, I think a lot of that was misinterpreted, in the first place. I mean, I think that people, just to answer your question with a hypothesis of why it is a question to people, okay, quote, 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 quote. Mm-hmm. I feel like people really were wanting to see friction within our circle because we were so dope together. When you thought about the talent and the voices of Crazy and Bizzy, it was just something that you felt special. You just felt something special about them too. And your imagination would run wild, like, wow, what if they did a duet album together? Wouldn't that be something? Yeah. And with that thought and with that in the air, the negative forces that we will immediately try to shut any possibility of that happening or remotely being thought of. With saying that, everything was Crazy and myself was fine. Everything is fine. I think a lot of people in our youth, a lot of people used to come to him on his side and say, you're the best out of the group, don't you? And a lot of people will run over to Bizzy and say, you're the best out of the group, don't you? And it's just negative forces, letting a lot of different people in when, we should have been a little bit more tight with our minds, but being younger and not understanding that aspect of negativity, we succumbed to it, and we went through a tip, as well as everyone else, and I think it was just artistic difference. He talks about one thing and I talk about another. But yeah, we're great, man. I know that guy. He's the one, he's the one. I've always respected his talent, even when no one knew who he was, when he was just Anthony. I used to walk the streets with Anthony, Me and Anthony used to be homeless together. Me and Anthony used to talk about making it and talk about the dream of being there. So, yeah, I definitely love Anthony, and me and Crazy tighten him up.
Good to hear that, man. Good to hear that. Will you be participating in any Bone Thugs and Harmony tours overseas this year?
Well, the way I look at it, as long as we're made abreast of what's going on and we know our situation, I like to know my travel. I like to know what it's costing. I like to know where I'm flying, what flight I'm flying on. And all of those things because I really take care of myself because I'm the only one who does. I'm out here in this world alone and I have people and friends that help me, but first and foremost, I have to look out for me, and I get uncomfortable in certain situations. So as long as I'm made abreast and I know the paper and what it's for, I don't think we would have a problem with that. But first, Bone would actually have to do an album. And I think that's the first step. Before we talk about touring or anything like that, I think we need to really sit down and go out there and really show these people our talent, I really think, personally, we should put something out there. Fuck these people money, Pardon my Swahili, but fuck the industry money. I say we go shoot our own motherfucking videos. You put in 10, I put in 10, you put in 10, you put in 10. That's $40,000. Ain't no way you can't get no banging ass video with that. Just put it out and put a single out. Put it on the radio. Press that motherfucker 500,000 too. And just see what it does. And just show the industry, we really are here where we can control our own destiny and our own art form. Then, you really get us at our finest. Start dealing with these, these big wigs and things. You really can't get out there with the world needs to hear. That's why it's a lot of bullshit going on now in the industry. You don't hear any talent. So when you hear an Alicia Keys or you hear somebody of that nature, it's a breath of fresh air. It's like, wow, do you know how many of those it is out there that they won't let in? That they stop at the mixing board, they stop at the mastering board. Do you know how many of those that do you know how many of those it really is? But it's a lot. It's a lot. The real talented motherfuckers, yeah. It's so many of them. So, as far as the whole Bone thing goes, yeah, I mean, if I made a breast, then we're made aware of course we do that. And it's always been that way. But if I say no, damn it, I mean no. And there's nothing you can say or do to stop me from saying no. I have to actually feel it in my spirit. I have good people around me to encourage me to do the right thing,